Alright, looks like GPT-3 or Brent or 79, somebody's here is doing this real hard. I mean, I've been catching a lot of them on the algorithm tonight, apparently. Must have liked one or something while I wasn't paying attention, or I watched it for too long or something. There was another one?
Now at the
This one.
area.
This is a
Look.
public parking lot.
Okay, so especially when it comes to cops. Now, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to walk up to Deposits Police Station and do something like this, but it's important that somebody does. This is a number of squad cars that this company has. I might be able to look in the office. Oh, we'll just go to the secretary, right? She'll tell you all the budgets. Well, what if we find out later that's not true and somebody's packing a small militia? Now, I hope it is true. And I hope that all comes down to the budget if this is a police station, and then that the audit of the building in itself actually goes to the floor plan, or what the property values are worth, or what the taxes could be. Because just because one person in here, or even anything, is a security guard, that's exactly what I would do. Why are you on this? But you have to be very careful. Now that you're starting to take it in like that, start to think differently about that audit. You're not going to find anything here that's off that, so let's just do this quick. You wanted to have that audit in such ways that are publicly fine. Well, there are some things in that way where I'll let you do that, but we can't do that. And I'm willing to negotiate with you because now I'm restaffing a $25 grievance here as far as the amendments as well. And if this is an intake facility of some kind, that person has rights if they choose not to be on camera in that way, and just passively you could have shown that, and maybe that's what you're here for. There is that type of circumstance that's within this model, but eventually they get out, because hopefully that's the true nature of that. Some people just look into it looking for a lawsuit to sue somebody as far as what it is, especially when it comes to YouTubers. Because I'm not saying that's how they make money, but the content views of getting people lit up like that, is that. Well, they have the right to be able to say on the other side, this is how you correctly do it too, and you could be a shining model. But there was one down here where this starts to get a little interesting. That wasn't too bad, parking lots and stuff, but here we go.
You're getting too close to our safety for no reason.
Is that a law?
Now this is an important one. When, let's say you do walk past a bank with your First Amendment rights or something like that, that's fair because that's a public street looking into a public venue, and you chose to have a piece of glass there. Anybody could look in and therefore know the person, and anybody can record somebody at that. That is even though a private building, they had to go through public space to get there, and again, they are within eye shot. You just can't tell me not to look at something. And here again, when you're auditing in such a way, how do I know that just because you're a cop you don't have illegal drugs or anything in your vehicle? Isn't that why the protocol while walking up to a car is what it is, that you can guarantee your safety in that way? Well, I was just looking by and I had a camera. Shouldn't have been anything innocuous of itself at all. And even if he was staring at you out the window, just videotaping you with the camera, I know that may seem unsafe, but once you then get out and realize the situation, it becomes that excessive force charge and misconduct issue against this to be the upside of the law on that issue that says, I can see that you're not a threat to us anymore. You're not having a camera, but it may be you mind if I pat you down at least? Because then staring at a cop in the window is fair. If you'd like to audit us at that point, I would offer that to you as suggesting here. But you can see that by not allowing me to pat you down, if you wanted to audit me directly like that, I just can't let somebody stand around me without a reason in that way, because it is also a distraction. But if you can find a way to peacefully do that, I'd let you take the video camera all around the car. Again, I'd hope it shows nothing but perfection for what we can offer inside of the situation here, that there wouldn't be, again, anything in that audit in that way. And again, that's a lot of the reasons why when the situation, you'll hear it a lot of times.
You don't know what I have in there, right?
Exactly.
So back up. What crime is that?
And that's,
all right? I'm telling you.
That's the difference between a cop doing it. Cops don't know what you have in the vehicle, so they have to do this search, especially if there was some incident that provided to it. A police vehicle doesn't necessarily hold that representation, but you can't just walk up to a squad car with its lights going and be like, now's the time for the audit. That's a little different. But as long as they were fairly parked there, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm telling you to back up. Look, you're too close to me. You're too close to us. I don't know who you are.
Pretty
What
sure
crime is
you're
that?
All right?
engaging him.
Back
What crime
up.
is that?
You're in my safety zone. All right?
What crime is that?
Back up.
You came up to me, sir.
Yeah, because look at how you approach my car.
Where am I at?
Look at how you approach my car.
Where am I?
Look at how you approach my car.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
I went all the way
Can
to the back
you
window.
de-escalate? Can you
Right here.
now
To the
say
back
that
window,
you
yeah.
have done something to de-escalate
sit in
the
the back window?
position
You sit in the
officer,
trunk?
right? It's like now that if you'd let me pat you down, I would be willing to let you audit this vehicle.
So?
Don't stand in front
What
of
does
it
that mean?
because I have to leave.
You know what happened to those two cops?
And if you let me pat you
I
down,
don't know what you're doing. Is that what you're gonna do?
but you can see that there's a big difference
what
in the
you're gonna
shaking
do? I
hands of
don't know.
danger.
You don't know.
Exactly.
Back
Exactly.
to
So now,
how,
my
as a
safety,
cop,
I don't want you doing that.
it's
You understand?
It's police
I'm
safety and law.
de-escalating only a model of
No,
You're
authoritating
You're
and
getting too close to our
power
safety for no reason.
is what's going on there. I didn't quite get it all the way right. I would want to work it out before I got my legals on it. But again, hopefully I'm running that line correctly because it is the right answer. And if you really kind of watched enough read techniques with interrogators of how to do the information, or like Trump talking about the locker room talk with Stormy Williams where Sharps just rips out his soul like he's looking down being a dumbass because he fucked it up. It's just you walk around on Earth and it's a finite resource, just air, the time you got on it. And so when you do take in considerations the standard models, FMA type of laws that go with a quantum mechanic engineering to that quantum gravity that comes with that, it's really, really hard not to squeak it out, get that towel just to bang in, or do that thing that it is, because it's the type of nature that comes with that situation. So catch you in the next one.